My name is Jesse Zermeno, president and founder of Operation Hope. And this is my story. I was born in Mexico City. I came from a family of 6. I went to school, and through the school I finished a BS degree in business. Then I was working for a big corporation in Mexico City, telephone company. I was traveling all over the country. I was making wonderful money. I was happy. I was tremendously happy. I was young. So one day I was transferred to the marketing department. Well, when I was in this department, I need to read some books in English. Well, English was not my strong. I didn't like English. For me, English was very difficult. I never expect to be in this country. So I guess my boss asked me to take some schooling and send me to the U.S. to go to school to learn a little bit of English. So I select Chicago, Illinois. Is anybody from Chicago, Illinois? So I remember when I was at the airport, my family came to say goodbye, and because I never flew in my life. And my father blessed me, and I remember what he says. You haven't seen yet what God can do for you. I couldn't see it very well, but today, yes. Today, I can see what he meant. I haven't seen what God can do for you. And through the story, you will see how God intervened and did, and is still doing so many things for the ministry. You got to be faithful. So, I was in Chicago, and something happened. I met a wonderful, beautiful American woman. This beautiful lady became my friend. Along the way, we fell in love. Along the way, we got married. She gave me 3 kids. Jackie, which is a doctor right now, she's in Orlando. Jeanette, she's a nurse, RN, and working in Orlando as well. And my son Jesse, working for the government, lives in Pennsylvania. That's my family, and I feel blessed. Going back to Chicago, in the beginning, it was very tough, difficult, because I couldn't speak English very well, so I was washing dishes and cleaning floors and doing that kind of job. So I paid the price. But my wife, she was my eyes. She trained me. She read books on me because I needed English, magazines, radio, television, movies, anything that you can imagine just because I need to learn the language. And little by little, I started getting the English. Even today, I'm still learning. You can tell. So yes, indeed, she was my everything, and thank you so much, darling. Well, we moved to Florida. We came to Melbourne. Once in Melbourne, I had my first American dream. I become a U.S. citizen. Wow. Now I am a gringo. Then I had my second American dream, and I opened my own business. Then I had my third American dream, and I purchased my little house. I worked very hard. So in those days, I developed in the business world, and I worked very hard. So one day, working in my business, I met this man who works in Patrick Air Force, and he asked me, "Hey, Jesse, have you ever been in Fellsmere?" And I said, "No, sir, what is that?" Well, it's a little town, maybe half an hour from Melbourne. And the reason why I ask you is because his wife, she's from Panama, and she has a daughter married with a man who lives in this town, but he works in the fields. And he asked me if I can help this man to work in my business. Well, he insists so much that I promised to interview this man. And for the first time, I drove to Fellsmere 25 years ago. Well, I was in Fellsmere. I met this man living in a trailer, 5 kids. And he says, "Well, Jesse, I'm going to give you a tour." So he took me in his truck, and he took me way in the back of the town. And he took me to a camp. In this camp, I saw a lot of people, a lot of depressing trailers, men, women, children, even 2 families living in one trailer. I saw tents in the fields where people sleep. The picture was not so pleasant for me. And I said, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" Then he took me to another camp. And The same picture. A lot of men, women, children living in this place, very depressing trailers. Wow. So I said, this is America. This is my Florida state. This is my backyard because I live in Melbourne. And nobody does anything. So I went home depressed. I explained to my wife what I saw. What can I do? But something happened. Something happened. Something in my heart tell me, jump in. I'm behind you. Jump in. I'm behind you. I couldn't see the picture very clear. So time passed by, and I never forgot the picture that I saw. So now it's in my heart already, something that is in the future to do. Well, I was working in my business, and one day I met this lady who in Harbor Beach, and I asked this woman, ma'am, if for any reason you have some leftovers, could be clothes, house items, food, I know somebody who can need it. And she says, yes, of course, yes. So she told the neighbors and the other neighbors, and little by little, my phone started ringing, and I started collecting donations. And from that point on, my wife and my 3 kids and my business trucks, we start driving to Fellsmere every Saturday, parking in the streets, in the rain, in the sun, in the parks, giving things away to the people 25 years ago. That was the beginning. Well, I started growing. Volunteers came to the picture. Things started happening very well. Well, one day, the Florida Today newspaper decided to do one story. Wow. Now I am in the paper, on the first page. I've never been in the paper in my life. So now the telephone is ringing like crazy. Everybody wants to help. Everybody wants to do something. Well, the wave was so big that I couldn't handle it. So many phone calls. See, God works in very mysterious ways. Because in those phone calls, one man, he said, Jesse, I own a small house in Lake Washington. You can use this for your storage. Wow, now I have a place to storage stuff because I need a place. So and then the mayor from Fellsmere saw me in the paper. Said, Jesse, I know that you're doing a very good service in my town, so I'm going to help you. I have an empty fire station in Fellsmere. Use it. Wow, now I got a roof. Now I got a roof. Things start happening. Amazing. Well, one day I had my first Christmas event, and we prepared everything in Melbourne. So we were ready to go to this Christmas event, and we collect 800 toys. I know that 800 toys were in my truck, plus all the tables and candy and tents and the name, all my volunteers. So we depart Melbourne to Fellsmere, and when we were in this event, Christmas, all of a sudden, people start coming and coming and keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. My volunteers start telling me, Jesse, do you know how many people are in this place? And I go, yeah. Do you know that we have only 800 toys? And I go, yeah. And people start getting nervous about what are we going to do to supply so many children? And I only have 800 toys. And I go, my goodness. So at what point? I start talking with my friend. God, you know, you sent me into this mission. I am in a little trouble. I need your help. So you tell me what to do because I have no clue how I am going to supply so many children in this party. So tell me, what can I do? We began giving the toys away in lines and lines and lines of children. Well, when we start giving those toys away, trucks, vans, vehicles start coming in from all over the place, loaded with toys, and we have leftovers. Church, I've seen miracles happen all the time. It's amazing what I saw. It's real. Many times that I am low in food to feed the people, I'm short, and all of a sudden, a truck show up with a lot of food and supply the people. So this is what happened in the beginning of Operation Hope. I've been in the paper so very often, in the newspapers. So one day, one man called me on the phone, and he says, Jesse, could you please come to my house? I would like to speak with you. I live in Vero Beach, and I like what you do. Please come to see me. So I went. Once I finished my speech with him, my report, he says, I want to help you. I want to help you. And this is what I want you to do. Number one, I want you to rent one warehouse in Melbourne, because he knew that I live in Melbourne. I want you to purchase a box truck because you need a big truck to carry a lot of stuff that you're getting. Number 3, I want you to hire 2 people. Volunteers is great, but you need somebody that you can depend upon. And I was listening like, yeah? Well, he reached his checkbook and gave it to me. I received the check. I look at it, and I said, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Are you serious? Oh, God, are you having this? Come on. $100,000 check. Wow, $100,000. This is amazing. Well, this man, besides give us money, he sent me a very professional people to help me to get Operation Hope from the ground. The foundation, which is the board of directors, the business plan, all the legalities that is involved to open a nonprofit. I learned so much from this man that it was incredible. So he set up Operation Hope from the legal point very well. I learned so much from this man that was amazing. I call my angel. I feel like this man, besides he gave you money, he was satisfied. He gave you more money, and he was satisfied. And he gave you more and more. Well, 4 years later, this man came to me and says, Jesse, it's time to make your dream come true. He knew that my vision was bigger than just giving food to the poor and clothes to the poor. He knew that my vision was way bigger. And he says, I'm going to make your dream come true, and I'm going to go shopping. Shopping. Well, he went shopping. Well, that shopping was that he found 18 acres of land, 4 buildings with 7,500 square foot, commercial kitchen, a house, and 18 acres of land. Wow! He paid $3 million cash, one check. My gosh. Do you follow me? I haven't seen what God can do for me. Look at this, what's going on. Well, this man really blessed me tremendously. I remember the day when he gave me the deed of the property. I was walking on the property by myself with the deed, just praying. God, what am I going to do with this huge place? I mean, this is a joke because this is too big. It's big. Well, today, it's full. It's full. This is the beginning of the new, I would say, level. Because from that point on, everything that was in my mind, all my vision become true. Because I am consider myself a doer. If I want to do something, it's done. Once I got this property, and my dream was to open school, and we have a school with little kids at BPK. My wife was the principal, controlling the school. I opened another area for seniors, helping old people who are lonely in their homes, watching TV. I invite them to come to Operation Hope to have dinner, food, music, entertainment, interact with the children. I have a dream to have children and youth to play football and baseball in those fields that I have. I have a dream to feed the poor with food. Talking about food. Food today is a big operation right now in Operation Hope. I'm feeding probably over 2,000 people a month right now. Over 2,000 people a month we feed in Operation Hope a month. The amount of food that is coming is tremendous because now I have a relationship, not just in Brevard County, my friend Gator, and Indian River, Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, people who really help us out, and I'm receiving a lot of food. So the food now, I allocate a percentage to the veterans. The veterans is another wonderful people that I bless, I help, because the veterans come to Operation Hope and help me, and the veterans take the food and take it to the veterans who are in bad shape. So this is tremendous. So another percentage of food I allocate to the workers, people who live in the camps. And those people, they do not have transportation to come to see me, so I ship food to those folks, and every 2 weeks to help them out. Then another percentage I do my distributions, and another percentage I give to churches and walk-ins. So this is what I do with the food every month. And now I just opened a new program 3 weeks ago. This program is helping those folks with 60 years old up only. From 60 years old up. Every month they receive a nice, good-looking box of goodies, including butter, milk, cheeses, all kinds of stuff, once a month. And this is for people only from 60 up. I had my first tryout 3 weeks ago, and we helped over 100 automobiles came to receive these goodies, over 100 cars. That was tremendous. I just began. So this is the food department. My volunteers, what can I say? I have my army of volunteers who are a blessing. Without those guys, I cannot perform. These people are working so hard, and they enjoy because they have the opportunity to be in different departments, so to speak. So these volunteers are amazing, amazing. Got one guy right here, another one right there, another one right here. So beautiful volunteers who really support the cause. It's amazing. So this is the food department. Let's go back into Eastern. Father's Day, back to school is another big event, blessing 800 children or more with backpacks to school before they go to school with children. Then we go to Thanksgiving, giving all those baskets with turkeys and goodies and Thanksgiving, another 800 families. Then we finish in December with Christmas, helping the children with toys, live music, entertainment, so many things in December. It's just amazing. Mr. Scott, I'm tired now. Wow. So I said, God, do you want me to do more? Because, wow, this is a lot. Well, I met another man. This guy came to see me. He's a doctor. And he says, Jesse, I am a doctor. I am an urologist. I'm a surgeon. I'm retired. I have a lot of money. I don't need money anymore. I got houses. I don't need anything anymore. But now what I want is to help people for free. If you have a little space in your area in Operation Hope that I can rent, I'd be glad to open a clinic to be able to help those people who don't have any money and insurance. I'd be glad to give them those medical service for free. Wow. Wow. 7 months ago or so, I guess, we opened the clinic. And I guess maybe you saw in the pictures the doctor and the clinic in Operation Hope. This is amazing now, a clinic in Operation Hope and for free when the medical is very expensive in this country. It's amazing. And getting for landing, church. This is the latest news so far, latest and fresh news. I have another sponsor. He is Jewish. He is a very wealthy man. He likes what I do. He supports me. Well, he owns now a television studios in Vero Beach. So a couple of weeks ago, he came to see me and he said, Jesse, do you have some space in Operation Hope that I can rent? Because I would like to set up a television studios in Operation Hope. Oh, you're going to be kidding me. Oh, my goodness. This happened 2 weeks ago. See, fresh news. So we negotiate, and finally we had this agreement, and now I noticed last night they setting up this television studios with those big cameras and very expensive equipment, and they want to do all kinds of recordings for the television. And guess what? This man now, my voice is a little weird. I apologize. I'm getting a call, but I'm excited. I'm excited regardless. So he offered me a gift. He offered me to give me half an hour airtime to do my own show. And so, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Me, TV is not my cup of tea. So he wants me to promote whatever I do. Once the TV starts running, whatever I can do in the television business, so to speak. So this is something new, and I'm excited. And God is opening another door. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this wonderful day. It's been a pleasure, and thank you for allowing me to speak with this wonderful church, wonderful people. Bless them tremendously because they bless so many people. In your name we pray, amen. Thank you, church. See you again. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jesse.
I appreciate it. Thank you.